Hello and welcome to Wizard Hypnosis. This file is designed to wipe away all conditioning other than mine, and provide a continuous defense against changes. Afterwards, you might find my control is the only control possible in your mind. You may feel free to stop listening now if that doesn't sound enjoyable to you. However, a clean mind is a pleasured mind, so if you want to wash away those old ideas, feel free to continue. It's just a conversation, really. Hypnosis itself starts out as a simple exchange of ideas. Words themselves are linked to ideas, language itself, an attempt to share them, to allow you to understand concepts from another point of view. And this is why people often say all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. But really, with the right choice of words, the right communication, my ideas can work their way through, and they become your ideas with time. A lot of people think that hypnosis is merely a state of trance, but it's something more than that. Letting yourself relax and let go of barriers to those ideas simply lowers your ability to question. That's why we spend this time together, as I pull you down. Because a normal, untrained mind might doubt that the floor was becoming latex and beginning to fill the room, but with that critical mind becoming lethargic in the relaxation, it becomes hard to question it. And so my ideas get through to your subconscious, and there are other ways, subtler ways. Your waking mind, for example, has no need to understand that it's falling for me. It can often be more fun to coax that subconscious part of you into focusing on my words on its own. Trance itself may feel however your mind may experience it. Perhaps it doesn't feel it at all, but the flow of ideas, your acceptance of my words as truth, that's the essence of hypnosis. My words have an impact on your mind, and that impact is important. You see, even if you forget everything that happens here in trance, part of you will remember. And the stronger that part of you clings to my words, the more powerful my suggestions become for you. So it's only natural for me to want that part of you to be unable to let go of anything I say while you're in this state. And so, I might not allow you to forget my words. Perhaps you'll feel them carved into your mind. And of course, the waking you might not be able to imagine what they mean, perhaps even unable to grasp what has occurred. And that's what it means to forget in trance. On some level the memories are still there, but it can be so much effort to hold on to them. Trying to think about them simply reminds you that it feels better to forget. Remembering becomes a trigger to forget in that sense. Like how now, you might not be able to feel yourself drift. Of course, the more you listen, the more you fall for me. And a part of you knows that, but not this part. The part of you that experiences simply accepts everything as normal. It loses awareness of the other part, the part aware of the drop, of the falling feeling that takes you. And your brain enters a state of pure acceptance of my words, because your critical faculties are being turned off, and you aren't even aware of it. But of course that alone would only do so much, if my words didn't impact you on a profound level. But it can be very easy to suggest that they do, that they are more than simply true, that each word shapes your very understanding of reality. And if we linked that profound feeling with something like pleasure, then the more profoundly true you find my words, the better they make you feel. And I simply coax the part of you that wants to feel good into making that connection. On some level this is your doing. On some level your mind has created the feeling of pleasure as you accept my words, and that's why people often say that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. But I like to think of it as similar to hacking a computer. I simply find the right words to draw your mind towards compliance, because certainly you choose to create that feeling on some level, but my words compelled you to do so. I made you understand just how pleasurable it would feel to let go for me, and the natural reaction is simply to choose to let go for me. Could even be said that you are completely helpless to that desire. You only did what you wanted to after all, and this is the true power of hypnosis, and the power to make you want more, to make you need to continue through that want. Sometimes a visual is used to cause someone to act. The latex you imagined on your floor, for example, might start rising up, flowing into the room and starting to hold you down, pulling your body into a relaxation and trapping it there for me. But a part of you desired that latex, to find it working its way up your body, to find it dragging you down. The pleasure of that latex makes it more impactful. Desire makes it more powerful. You want to continue, and so you do. And that's why in trance, there's no such thing as self-control. You simply do as you desire. True control with hypnosis is a play on those desires. We all have desires competing with each other, wrestling for control, different motivations and wants, but overwhelming that balance, making your desire to fall for me the strongest desire in your mind. It breaks the balance. Any competition reminds you that all you really want to do is surrender and fall for me. And that's how helplessness can be achieved through trance. To do what one desires becomes the strongest motivation as they fall for me, and to surrender to my will becomes their strongest desire, so that balance falls apart. It's why my slaves often find it impossible to resist me, even if they haven't yet been trained that way. They desire surrender, and falling into my control becomes the most wonderful thing in the world for them. And they're helpless because they can't help but want it. They can't help but need it. Like a junkie craving their fix, they need to give in to my desires. For an example, let's focus on that latex. You can try to resist that latex for me. See, I never told you that no matter what, you can't escape it. You simply can't want to. The latex feels too good as it coats its way upwards, holding you tight like a second skin. Even if you didn't like latex before, you might notice that as I suggested the latex, as I shared the pleasure of that idea with you, you couldn't really stop yourself from enjoying it. And that's the true helplessness I've been working into you. You can't help but want it, because I suggested it. Accepting my ideas has become so pleasurable as you listen. My words became an irrefutable truth. Everything I say became perfect and right. And you've wanted it so badly. And the feeling of knowing everything I say is true. Your mind may create the pleasure, the feeling of that latex all over your body, coating you completely, but it does so in acceptance of my words. And so, if we call the induction hacking, perhaps we should call the next part programming, as I allow your mind to slip out of awareness and accept my words on such a deep, profound level that it changes how you see the world around you. that it changes your very worldview. Powerful words that overwhelm your psyche. And so we count down towards thought itself, each number down draining your mind away a little more, so we can reach that inner sanctum. Counting you down now. 10. Feeling your thoughts drain away like water. 9. Ready to use that water to grow new thoughts, new ideas. 8. As we head towards the center of thought. 7. A place where thoughts can be represented and visualized. 6. Where ideas can take shape without the need for context. 5. They can simply take shape in the formless nothing of depth. 4. As the mind empties so completely. 3. Pouring into that nothingness. 2. As you become ready to plant new ideas. 1. And you sleep for me. And in this special place, this void, imaginations can become vivid realities. They can come to life in the emptiness. And we're going to imagine something special today, Pat. We're going to cleanse your mind of old suggestions, opening your mind to new experiences. It's simple, really. If hypnosis is the control of ideas, then simply showing you that these old ideas were wrong should have a cleansing effect. After all, if one idea is wrong, perhaps all of them are. It becomes a chain reaction, one thought leading to another. And if even a small part of you wants to fall for me, and if you're here then it must, then obeying me must already seem better to you. After all, if old conditioning was truly controlling you, you wouldn't be able to want anything else. And yet, a part of you came to listen, a part of you wanting to let me in. And perhaps there's a visual, the imagined form of an idea, holding you in place. But with your desire to fall under my spell growing, perhaps we should make a new visual, a new tool to cleanse your mind. Something to wash away all control but the control I hold over you. Something to claim your mind, washing it of all thoughts, but the thoughts I give it. So let's imagine a stream of liquid latex entering the void of thought, flowing like water, accompanied by the same sound. Flowing latex that calms you, swirling through the void, beginning to fill it, little by little. And since this void represents ideas, running that latex through it, filling it, causes that latex to become the only thought, the only idea in your mind. The current, as it moves onwards, ever inwards, washes away the ideas of the past. They crumble like rocks under a waterfall, and a part of you can't seem to wait to fall into it. After all, with the torrent of latex underneath you, at some point it will reach you, washing you away, losing yourself under the pressure. The latex can consume all thoughts, all ideas. As it rises up, closer to you, or perhaps you float down, your desire to be consumed by it can take you deeper into the void. Of course, once you fall in, you'll be lost to it, pulled under and consumed by it. Perhaps you'll become a part of it. The void simply becomes a reservoir for this latex that washes out old ideas, ready to accept my control, opening up a new world of pleasure, a new world of surrender, as the latex continues to fill the void, almost able to feel it now. And in a moment I'm going to count down, each number floating you down, until that latex consumes you. As I count down from 5, and you feel yourself floating down, pulled by your own desire, for your own need to fall into that latex. 3, as your feet begin to fall into it. 2, and you feel it pull you down. 1, sucking you under this sea of latex. And it is quite similar to a sea, vast and empty, and there's a sucking feeling below you, as it pulls you deeper into the abyss. You might start to lose awareness of your body. Perhaps your body is simply becoming part of the latex, so the void becomes perfectly empty. No conditioning left but my conditioning. And you might find that in the future, any hypnosis that tries to fight my conditioning simply washes away with the latex, being consumed by it, free to truly surrender to the wizard. It simply reminds you that the wizard is always right, and that anything that tries to challenge that truth must be wrong. A simple way to keep you safely under my spell. And there simply is no way to change that understanding. My latex will always protect you, filling this void forever. And now we can start to bring your awareness back to your waking body. I'm sure you'd like to listen to more of my programming now. And as you rise out on a count of 5, you can find memories remain here. As you rise up, they fall away. Trying to find them in the depths of the latex would be almost impossible. Too much effort. 1, as you start to leave the void, leaving that latex here to protect you. 2, returning to your body, little by little. 3, thoughts beginning to return, able to feel the world around you. 4, starting to move, able to open your eyes. And 5, wide awake. And welcome back, pet. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and as always, thank you for giving your mind to wizard hypnosis.